31.1 degrees, 31.1. And the starting mileage is 55124, 55124. This is all over the place, man. I'm gonna start over. Hey YouTube, it's gentlemansnine. On my way home, this is ride number 3 for the Polar Bear Challenge. I don't know if you guys can see. I put LED headlights in my Bergman. Last winter I put in H4 LED bulbs into my trophy. I got those from Cycle Gear. They are made by Speed Metal, and they had I think their light output was 2200 on low beam and 2400 lumens on high. So I put them in there, and you can check out the video if you want and see what they look like. But I put those in there, and 2 months ago the low beam on one burnt out. I pulled up behind some car, and you know, you can see like the reflection sometimes in their bumper, and I'm looking at it going, why do I only have one headlight? You know, it's because the low beam burnt out. You flip to high though, they both come on. Cycle Gear was pretty good. I didn't have the receipt. I went in and I said I bought this thing. They printed out a copy of the receipt and then exchanged the burnt out one for a new one. I didn't have to sign anything or nothing. So that's pretty cool. But either way, I didn't put them back into the trophy. I bought different LED bulbs. I got them off of Amazon. So they're $100 a pair. They're from OPT7, APT7. And the light output on those is 3500 lumens each. And I put those in my trophy, and I also put another pair in my Bergman, which I'm riding now. And this isn't supposed to be really a product review or comparison, but I will tell you that, so on the trophy with the Speed Metal ones that were 2400 lumens, the headlights were definitely brighter. But the light was a little bit scattered, and I think it's deceiving because, well, here, let me go like this. Have you guys ever done the whole, you look at like a really bright light, and then as your eyes adjust to it, then you walk right into a dark room and you can't see squat, and over time your pupils dilate a little bit to let more light in, and all of a sudden you can see a little bit better in the dark, that kind of thing. So imagine now if you have LED headlights in and the light is brighter. So if I look forward at the part where it's lighting up the road and it's brighter, and this is just a theory, I don't know if it's true, but it seems like that spot looks really bright, but when I look around I have a little harder time seeing. And so my theory is, you know, hey, the light is brighter, so my pupils get a little bit more narrow, or whatever you call it, so let less light in. And then when I try to look at a dim spot, well, I can't see nothing. That's just my theory. But I can tell you this, with these OPT7 ones that I have in now, the light is definitely brighter than the Speed Metal ones, and this light is definitely more even. The Speed Metal ones, the light was kind of scattered a little bit. If you look really closely, there'd be like a little bright spot, a little dim spot, bright spot, kind of wavy pattern. These lights, it's definitely more consistent. I don't know what you can see right now. And I would also say that so remember how I was saying you look in the dimmer spots? These headlights are better at throwing light into those dimmer spots, or the more darker spots. That's not to say that they're perfect. I definitely think these LED bulbs are really meant for projector lights, not reflector. So the Bergman and the trophy have reflector, so the light bounces off like a mirror and then shines outwards. So like on the Bergman, yeah, you're never going to be able to tell, but I want to say like maybe probably 20-25 yards out and just a little bit to the right, there's definitely a black spot. Like all light is around it except for that one spot. It's dark. Is it enough for me to complain and remove these bulbs? Nope, I'm gonna leave these in because I like them. make sure I don't get hit. That guy was riding my butt. I definitely like them, and I kind of like the whiter light too. But that's just my theory, because the light is brighter. Spots that aren't quite as lit up are harder to see. I like them. I don't know if I'm blinding anybody. Nobody's flashed me yet. There's these little fans on the back of these LED bulbs that's supposed to cool the whole unit. And so when I put them in, so first off, you know, there's that rubber boot. I had to cut that a little bit to allow the light bulb to fit in there. It's kind of hard to explain, but I had to cut a little bit, and I got it all in there, and everything's good. And then I'm going back, and you know, I did the man thing. I did all the work first before I read the instructions, and the instructions on these OPT7 bulbs said the units are waterproof, and the fan is meant to cool the whole bulb, and they highly recommend not putting the rubber boot on there. So I'm like, son of a. So I had to pull apart everything, and I removed the rubber boots. Oh, hey, yeah, there's another thing too about these bulbs. So in a regular H4 bulb, there's two filaments. I can't remember. I think the low beam is kind of pointing upwards, and it's the one in front, and the high beam is offset a little bit to the rear, and it's facing downwards. On the speed metal ones, there are two LEDs, one in the front that kind of pointed up, and one in the rear that pointed down. So very similar to standard H4. These OPT7 bulbs, the thing is basically it's sideways. So there's two LEDs, one on the left side, one on the right side in the front, and then two more LEDs, one on the left, one on the right, a little bit back and a little bit down. And so when you turn it on, so first off, when I was going to put them in, I'm like, what's going on here? The thing is sideways. But I tested it. So basically, when you have it on dim, the two forward bulbs on the left and right light up, and when you have it on high, the two rear bulbs on the left and right light up. And they're not really pointing up or down, but there must be some kind of directional thing in there. So let's go down here. Oh, I hit a deer. Yeah, this road is full of deer. Yeah, so this is the road I always wanted to see what the lights look like, and I can definitely say to the left and to the right side of the road, it's definitely way more lit up than with the standard H4s. I must be blinding the people ahead of me, I don't know. I turn on the high beams, but for sure I'd probably get some people pissed off at me. Alright, that's enough rambling. I will talk to you guys later. Bye. Ending mileage 55166, 55166.